Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are great. I hope you guys are amazing. I hope you guys are fantabulous. So today I'm going to do a 2-in-1, obviously get ready with me, and also a kind of like chit chat on how to become confident, or how I became confident, or just little tips. I'm not an expert, but I thought I could obviously share something with you. I'm not a makeup artist. I haven't even, you know, mastered the steps in making my makeup the best and A1. So because I'm actually getting ready to go somewhere, I thought at the same time I might as well obviously talk to you guys and just do 2-in-1. Anyway, enough of me rambling on. Let's just get into the video. So the topic of discussion today is like how to be confident. I wasn't always the most confident person. I'll give you a bit of background on me myself. I wouldn't say I was bullied, because I wasn't, but I was kind of shy. I'm still quite shy, to be honest, at the moment. I know that's quite hard to believe, but yeah, I was actually quite shy. And it's usually the people who are the most kind of like timid and kind of shy, quiet people inside that kind of are loud on the outside, if that makes sense. So because I was so quiet, I felt like in order for me to get to where I want to be, I'd have to obviously put on this facade to be out there. So that's pretty much what I did. I just realized that every time like I was really shy and I'd be quiet, I'd never get what I want. Like, people will just walk over you and take your kindness for weakness. I can't let this keep happening, otherwise you're never gonna get what you want to get if you keep your mouth shut. Closed mouths don't get fed. And then I also then had to think, okay, in terms of being confident, obviously people are so used to seeing me being quiet and not really having much of a voice, always kind of being like quiet. So now that I'm about to, you know, obviously give a voice, people are gonna think this is quite different. Like, this is not the Rihanna that we know, or back in the days, well, still now I still get called it, but my nickname is Minnie. But this is not the Minnie that I know. I would say that I didn't really kind of like change in the sense of like becoming like a completely different person. I was still the same person, but just with the voice. And obviously if you're that type of person who's always been quiet, people who could obviously overpower you back then, they're not gonna like that, are they? So at the same time, I had to then deal with losing friends, but also still being true to myself and being the person that I want to be and mold myself into that character, although it's not a character because it's who I am. I had to then think to myself, at the end of the day, no matter what, it's me by myself. You know, majority of the people that you meet, same way like how they're living their life, you gotta live yours. So that's kind of the things that I told myself, that like I need to be strong for me and not for somebody else. And even now, I'm still quite shy. You never kind of like lose who you really are. Then I wouldn't have done the things that I've done. I wouldn't have, you know, become cabin crew and fly out all by myself. I considered going uni. When I was doing my choices, I actually considered going uni to a completely different uni that that I knew nobody. And I was actually gonna do it, but then it was only because I then took into consideration like league tables and stuff like that. But even with this whole YouTube thing, that's one of the things that kind of stopped me from even doing it, because I kept thinking, what would people think? What would people say? I'm not ready to kind of open myself up to people, you know, having criticism and, you know, possibly arguing, and I'm just not ready for it. No matter what, people are gonna have something to say. You can't stop people from having an opinion, just like how they can't stop you from having your opinion. And even with this like YouTube whole thing, like I used to always say, like, it's weird, people always notice your talent sometimes before you actually do. And people used to always say, oh, you should do YouTube, like you should do it, you're so funny, people like, you know, relate to what you have to say, like you could be the voice. And I used to always be like, but why would anyone want to listen to what I say? Like, why would you want to listen to me, of all people, of all the people that you can listen to out there? Why would you want to listen to me? But then I thought to myself, do you know what, yeah, if I don't believe in myself, how are people going, how am I going to expect people to listen to me and I don't even believe in my damn self? That don't make no sense. One thing that I've also learned is that it's good to obviously listen to people, yeah, don't get me wrong, but not everybody wishes you well. Not everybody is trying to climb to the top at the end of the day, whether it be, you know, in life, whether it be in career, anything. No one, you have people who generally look out for your well-being, but not everybody is. So everybody's trying to make it, everyone's trying to make it to the top. What would I tell my younger self? You just have to work on being you. Once you're comfortable in your skin and you don't care what anybody else has to say, unless it's constructive criticism, you'll be like a butterfly coming out of its shell and its cocooning, being the best possible version of yourself that you possibly can be. Everyone is out there to make a brand for themselves, to be the best possible version that they can be. So don't worry about anybody else, worry about yourself. Also, whilst you're there thinking that you are drowning, you're not the only person drowning. Everybody else is going through something that we just don't know about. You're not by yourself, you're not alone. Just always remember that. You'll be so surprised at things that people are going through, but you just don't know about it. How do I continue being confident? I continue being confident by remembering that not only am I possibly doing this for myself, but I'm possibly doing it for you guys out there. And when I say you guys, you're really thinking, me. There are people out there that actually want to hear what you have to say. And also in terms of being confident just in general, you'll be so surprised who's actually watching you. So although my little sister is looking up to like my big sister Kerry, because obviously she's the oldest, so we all kind of like look up to her, but she's also looking up to me as well. So I need to be the best that I possibly can, because I wouldn't want her making the same kind of mistakes that I've made myself. So if I can nip that in the bud and stop that from now, then that's ultimately what I'm gonna try and do. But just remember, there's always someone looking up to you no matter what you do. It doesn't even have to be someone who's related to you. It could be a complete stranger and they're actually looking up to you. That's one thing you have to actually remember. Do you know what I love right now? I love the fact that like at this present time, everybody like around me knows what they want to do. Like they're so ambitious, they're going for what they want. Everyone's just doing them. I think it's so inspiring, and that alone, when you surround yourself around confident people, that alone should push you to want to do more for yourself and come out of your own like little shell. Do you know what's also made me feel confident? Is the fact that like when people message me and they're like, oh, I've seen your stuff and I think it's great, and just like, wow, a whole me, you know, a whole me of all people, a whole me. Because with confidence you get everything that you want, don't get me wrong, but there's also that thin line between arrogance as well at the same time. And if you are one of these people, which I slightly am, anything I say I'm gonna get, or anything I put my mind to I end up getting. I have to remember to stay humble and remember where I'm coming from. That's the worst thing you could do, is like glow up mentally, physically, financially, whatever, and kind of like forget who you are. A lot of people are really good in camera, but in like they're socially awkward. Yeah, I'm not that. If you run up to me and say hi, I'm gonna say hi. Do you know how I know I've become confident as well? There's no way in hell I would have ever come here on this like such a huge platform where I could easily be critiqued, and I'm here talking about adjusting wig and my edges, and no way in hell would I have ever done that. No way. By the way, I made this wig. Tell me what you guys think. I bought this hair from AliExpress. It was my first time doing like, well, this is a closure, and I dyed it myself as well. Didn't want too much, but I dyed it. People will realize your skills majority of the time before you actually do, and some people won't like that you've got that skill and try to keep you down, but it's all about you recognizing and knowing what you're capable of doing and what you're capable of, so that way no one can like tell you your worth. You know exactly what you're worth. Okay, I know it sounds silly, but it really works. But basically, when I drive to work in the morning, I only work about half an hour drive, about a 30-minute drive from my actual house. So what I would do is, not every day listen to music. Sometimes turn the music off and have that kind of conversation with yourself. When I wake up in the morning and I'm getting ready and I'm looking in the mirror, I can't lie, I gas myself up. I'm like, you are the shizzy, nizzy, top dog, busy. You are everything. Like, you are everything. You are confident. You are a queen. You are one Hannah. You are everything. Like, I gas myself up. And the reason why I gas myself up, like, some people be like, gas. But the whole point in me doing that is that no one's gonna be my cheerleader apart from myself. Yes, you have your support systems around you who will obviously, you know, gas you up, but at the end of the day, it's only you. You have to have your back 100%. Like I said already, if you don't have your back and you don't believe in yourself and you're not confident enough, why should someone else believe in you and be confident for you? That doesn't make sense. I realized when I started doing those kind of things, I was like, do you know what? Yeah, it's nice to hear what other people have to say, but I'm feeling myself. Like, I really don't care what anybody else has to say, in that sense of, if someone says something negative, I'm so resilient that I can just bounce back up and be like, okay, and what? Once you recognize your flaws, no one can actually use it against you. I have flaws. If I was to get into an argument with someone and someone was to bring up those flaws, I'd be like, and it's happened before. I've had an argument with someone and someone's actually brought up one of my flaws, and I was just like, and do you know what the funny thing is? Actually, I was in the argument with someone and they tried to, but I brought it up before them. So I was like, okay, and insert flaw here, now what? And they had nothing to say at all, nothing. So it's all about embracing your flaws, gas yourself up, gas yourself up, be your #1 cheerleader, be your #1 support system. Do it. It makes a difference. Like, your mind has a funny way of like adapting. When you drive to work, or when you're, you know, it's not every day listen to music, it's not every day, you know, put on the playlist, put on SoundCloud, put on Spotify. Sometimes just listen to nothing, just walk and listen to nothing and connect with yourself. I feel like once you like connect to, I feel like me time is so important. When I have my me times, I literally like, there's so much things that I start to think and I start to learn, I start to realize that I learn about myself. You know, I connect with myself. If I go a whole week listening to music all the time, I'm not inserting a bit of time for myself. There's a lot of things that I miss out on, you know. There's a lot of things that I forget that I like, or I forget that I don't like, because you're just in this robotic kind of wake up, do what you need to do, go home, sleep, wake up, do it. You're just doing things for the sake of it. But I feel like when you insert just, even if it's 15 minutes every day, just have a bit of me time, and I'm telling you, it will make a difference. I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe and share. And if there's any topics that you guys actually want me to talk about, or if you like the way that I kind of went through this video, please let me know and put it in the comment section below. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. You have the ability to do it. Like, I'm not saying that you don't know how to do it. You have the ability to do something, but you just don't want to do it. That's just being lazy. You're gonna do it, but at a later stage. Like, you don't want to do it now, you'll do it later.